Please remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Yes, sir. Thank you, Bruce Owen. Great rendition of our national anthem. Everyone, please be seated. Our commencement speaker today is someone who is well known by everyone and needs no introduction. However, I would like to say a few words about him. He lived a life that changed the lives of so many in an entire nation. He spent 8 years in the Illinois legislature. His law partner said of him, his ambition was a little engine that knew no rest. I want to share 2 quotes of this gentleman with you. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. Every effect must have its cause. The past is the cause of the present, and the present will be the cause of the future. His close friend and Secretary of War, Edwin M. Stanton, said it best at his passing. Now he belongs to the ages. As best we can figure, he once floated down the Mississippi River, so we're going to assume it was on the Tennessee side. And through the wonders of modern technology, he has returned to Tennessee to share a few thoughts with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln.
Greetings, class of 2008. Can that be right? Incredible. Wow. Actually, I did get to set foot on Tennessee soil. I was about 19 years of age. I guess just about how old you folks are. Some of you, maybe. You see, me and Cousin Offutt, well, we built a flatboat, and we loaded it with hogs and corn and maybe a little whiskey, and we set off for, well, downstream. And we did stop in Tennessee just for a little bit, but I never dreamed that you had this many pretty mountains. Now, lots of folks have tried to make more of me and my humble beginnings, but it's a great piece of folly to try to do so. You see, you'll find my story in the Annals of the Poor, short and sweet. Both my parents were Quakers. And their folks, well, they'd come over on boats even before the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Now, it was real pioneering country back then. Oh, I'm telling you. Did you know my grandfather was killed by Injuns while he was farming? Never did know too much about my grandfather. I guess I was more concerned about his grandson and what he might become. In fact, I wrote my first piece of poetry when I was 8 years old. See if I can remember it. Abraham Lincoln is my name. With my pen I write the same. I write it with both haste and speed and leave it here for fools to read. Abraham Lincoln, his hand and pen. He will be good, but Lord knows when. Folks, I never did get too much of what you'd call a formal education. See, my dad, well, my father, he taught me how to work, but he never could teach me to love it. But I did get to go to school about a year, going here and there, and I called it education by repetition, blab school. You know, I could read, yes, and I could write, and I finally learned to cipher to the rule of 3. But any much beyond that, I pretty much had to learn out of the pressure of necessity. I pretty much worked here and there as a day farm laborer. I remember one time James Taylor, he asked me, he said, "Hey, come over here. Can you kill a hog?" Well, yeah. If you're willing to risk the hog, I reckon I can risk myself. Boy, that was a fiasco, let me tell you. And I did. Earned my first pair of trousers splitting rails. Say thou, yes, Mrs. Miller, if I split some rails for you, sister, will you trade me for some of that brown jean yardage? You will? Well, good. How many rails? For 400 rails? For 1 yard? Why, Mrs. Miller, there's not enough rails in the state of Illinois to construct my pantaloons, much less my breeches. But anyhow, as most of you know, I was a failure for most of my life. I went bankrupt in the grocery business. Oh yeah, it took me about 20 years to pay that back. And I ran for the state legislature, and I lost. But you know what? I got 277 votes out of the village of New Salem out of 300, and that encouraged me. So I ran again and served 3 successful terms in the state legislature. And of course, then there was that time I debated Honorable Judge Stephen Douglas, the little giant. Oh, he's a feisty little feller. And because of those debates, well, eventually, that new-found Republican Party, they decided they needed a new candidate, so they came to enticed me to run for the President of the United States. And of course, unfortunately, that election, my election, precipitated that horrible Civil War, which in the end turned out better for all, made us all a great nation. We stayed united, the United States of America. Of course, you know, right after the end of that war, my life ended. I sure wish I'd been around for Reconstruction. I guarantee you it'd have turned out a lot different. But now you folks here today, you're just beginning on your journey, and let me give you just a point or two. I was known for sort of being honest. That's mostly true. And there's nothing more than your personal integrity that you should guard and maintain. Because one of my favorite poets, Robert Burns, give knaves their silks and fools their wine. A man's a man for all that and all that. But an honest man, though e'er so poor, is king of man for all that. Now, I read those words when I was just a youngster, but they soaked in. So be honest. There's nothing better than being caught being honest. And another thing, when you're going down that river of life, if you can, stick to the mid-channel where the water runs deepest. No need to go into shallow, hazardous waters if there's no need to. Why risk the cargo? However, if your course in life demands that you negotiate shallow water, rapid water. Do it with conviction. And finally, there's really just one secret to life. One big secret to life. Happiness and all that. The problem is, you've got to find that one thing out for yourself. I think I just heard a day or two ago somebody say, find something that you love to do and you'll never have to work another day in your life. Good luck to you.
Yeah, that's target. Thank you, Mr. President. Obviously, it really wasn't Abraham Lincoln. Our guest today is Ken Jones, a member of the Association of Lincoln Presenters, an associate professor of biology at Dyersburg State Community College. While there, he received the Outstanding Faculty Award for 2002-2003. He received his Bachelor's of Science degree in Forestry and Wildlife Science from UTK and Master's of Science in Wildlife Biology from New Mexico State University. I do believe what you had to say today is as pertinent today as it was 142 years ago. I would also like to introduce Mrs. Lincoln. Oh, I'm sorry. Wanda Jones, would you please stand up, Ken Jones' wife? Okay, Amy, would you come forward? Now I'd like to present some very special awards that recognize achievement and exemplary service to the Cleveland State community. The recipients will also receive a check from the Cleveland State Community College Foundation presented by Ms. Amy Card-Lilios, Cleveland State Foundation President. The foundation is made up of community leaders who believe in education and support the mission of Cleveland State. Established in 1971, the foundation has awarded over $3 million in scholarship to almost 4,000 students. The unrestricted dollars raised by the foundation supports the college in other ways, such as these financial awards being presented today. The Distinguished Graduate Award is given each year to the graduating student who, in the opinion of the college faculty and staff, has contributed the most to the advancement and betterment of Cleveland State Community College. This year's recipient is an exceptional student. His nominator stated, "As a 30-year-plus veteran of higher education, I have taught and learned from many students. I can honestly say that I've had few students brighter or more inspiring than this student. His scholarship is unsurpassed and his leadership potential appears unlimited. He is filled with intellectual enthusiasm and curiosity, and he brings these into the classroom." In addition to the evidence of his academic, a grade point average of 4.0, and leadership capabilities, he has served as a tutor and mentor for other students and shared in the pleasure of their successes. He has worked tirelessly to empower the students of the college and his fellow members of Phi Theta Kappa. He has been active in many campus and community organizations such as Relay for Life, Project Graduation, Habitat for Humanity, Harbor Safe House, and Nancy's House. He is a student senator and officer in the Human Resources Club, serves as student representative on 2 college committees, and was an All-Tennessee academic team member. He has a vision for a better world and is not afraid to work toward that vision. The 2008 Distinguished Graduate is Landon Saffels. So well deserved. When you come back to your diploma, stay on the stage. Just take a seat. Speaking of student activities, let me call your attention to the Phi Theta Kappa activities in the lobby of the gymnasium. There's a fishbowl for donations located in the lobby. The funds will go to support an international initiative called Project Graduation to alleviate hunger and illiteracy. The Distinguished Staff Member Award is presented each year to an individual who has performed meritorious service to Cleveland State above and beyond the expectations of the job. This award is open to any Cleveland State employee other than those classified as executive, administrator, or faculty. This year's recipient has worked at Cleveland State for almost 27 years. Her nominator wrote that she displays a very high level of integrity, dependability, and quality of work. Because of the nature and confidentiality of student information she handles, these qualities are essential. She demonstrates an attitude of professionalism and caring, not only to students, but to coworkers and community members alike. Former directors have consistently given her high marks on evaluations. She has served on various college committees, including the Staff Senate. She graduated from Cleveland State in 1980, has completed additional coursework toward another degree, and achieved the rank of Certified Professional Secretary in 2003. The college is fortunate to have a dedicated professional who portrays the best that Cleveland State has to offer. The 2008 Distinguished Staff Member is Joyce Brock. She takes care of the nursing school, which is obvious. The Distinguished Faculty Award is given each year to a member of the Cleveland State faculty in recognition of meritorious service to the college and community. The committee's choice for this year's Distinguished Faculty Member is highly respected by his peers, students, and supervisors. He has been a full-time faculty member for 18 years, most of them as department head, and has constantly encouraged the use of technology and alternate instructional methods, making his department far more advanced than others. This has put Cleveland State in a position to be a leader in the state developmental math course redesign by being one of the institutions to pilot a redesign initiative. Under his leadership, the program shows indications of being a great success. He supervised the development of DVDs for 2 developmental algebra courses to be given to each student in those classes. He constantly places student needs at the top of his priority list. He has presented the project at various conferences, including the International Conference on Technology and Collegiate Mathematics, the National Association of Developmental Education, and the American Mathematical Association of Two-Year Colleges, and the League for Innovations Conference on Information Technology. He has served and held offices in various college committees, including the Faculty Senate. He is active in the community, serving as a judge for the Cleveland Middle School Math Contest for several years, and coached various athletic teams in basketball and soccer leagues. The 2008 Distinguished Faculty Member is John Squires. Stay up here. Oh, okay. Cleveland State has benefited from many outstanding employees. Oh, you're okay. We're okay. Cleveland State has benefited from many outstanding employees through the years. Today I want to recognize 3 longtime faculty who retired this year and who have served Cleveland State for a combined 116 years. Please stand when I call your name. John Cantrell, Associate Professor in Management and Business, Industry and Government Specialist, 37 years. You can see why we call him Mr. Big. Michael Dorsett, Associate Professor of Biology, one of the original faculty members at Cleveland State, 40 years. Charles Laws, Associate Professor of Mathematics, 39 years. Their wisdom and dedication to our students and their sense of history of this college will be missed. We have 3 Cleveland State staff members who are graduating, and I'd like to have them stand when I call their name. Tamsin Breeden and Laura Lynn Franklin are receiving the Associate of Applied Science degree, and Chris Tittle the Associate of Science degree. There are also several graduates I would like to highlight whose stories exemplify the perseverance and determination of community college students everywhere. And I wish I could tell more stories because I know they're out there, but I'm just going to identify a few that I think are very exemplary of what you have sacrificed and done to be here today. Please stand when I call your name. We have a set of twins who are graduating today. They have both put themselves through Cleveland State while taking care of their disabled mom. Jonathan and Anthony Aiken, would you please stand? Now, this particular graduate wishes to remain anonymous, but I do want to share her story with you. She felt so passionately about becoming a teacher that she sold her home and car, moved into a trailer on her family's property with the support of her husband and 2 children. She maintained excellent grades and is transferring to Lee University for her bachelor's degree. Katrina Abbott is a first-generation college student. Her husband is incarcerated, and she is raising her daughter on her own. She attended college full-time and worked 2 jobs to support her family. Is active in her church and is a Girl Scout troop leader, all the while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Peng Pan's father immigrated to the United States for religious freedom. Although in China he programmed computers for a large hospital, he worked at Bradley Memorial Hospital as a janitor to bring his wife and daughter to this country. When Peng was in 4th grade, he asked Judy Norton, our outstanding faculty member of last year, to record Peng's entire 4th grade reading book. He wanted her to learn English with an American accent. Peng is very bright and now speaks English clearly, as well as graduating with high honors. She is also this year's winner of this year's Mathematics Achievement Award and membership in Who's Who among students in American Junior College. Peng Pan. Ryan Wooden suffered a traumatic brain injury in a motorcycle accident that left him in a coma for 6 weeks. Consequently, he had to learn how to do many things all over again. The part of his brain that was most affected was the language portion. After many months in several different hospitals, he was able to come home. His parents were determined that he be placed in a regular classroom as a sophomore at Bradley Central High School. His mother knew he could learn and understand. He just had trouble communicating. Over many objections from many persons, he was placed in a regular classroom and met all the requirements to graduate on time. Then enrolled at Cleveland State. Ryan will graduate with certificates in electromechanical maintenance and one in climate control technology. Ryan said, "The doctors told me I would never walk again, but I walked out of the hospital. I just never gave up." Ryan? These students are an inspiration to all of us and examples of the sacrifices many of you have made to move forward. Now, before I ask Dr. Culbreth to present the graduating class, I want to also recognize his years of service to the college as a history faculty member, Dean of Humanities, and now Vice President for Academic Affairs, a total of 37 years with this college. Thanks for all that you've done for us, Spencer.
Thank you. Will the graduates please stand? Dr. Height, I am pleased to present to you the graduating class of 2008. As Vice President for Academic Affairs, I certify that the students have fulfilled all of the requirements set forth by the University and Community College system of the state of Tennessee, and that they are entitled to receive the appropriate degrees or certificates.
With the power vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents and the state of Tennessee, and upon recommendation of the faculty and administration of Cleveland State Community College, these candidates are hereby awarded an Associate of Arts degree, an Associate of Science degree, an Associate of Applied Science degree or a certificate with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Diane Chapman. Rebecca Anderson. Monica Moore. Nathan Lawson. Cynthia Jestrab. Jeremy Bishop. Jacob Barnett. Catherine Tortorich. Misty Buckner. Sally Reining. Anthony Barnes, Jr. Landon Saffles. Amanda Castile. Devin Carson. Diana King. Bill Beck. Patricia Grady. Karen Hubbard. Andrea Manus. Lisa Reimer. Danielle Usselton. Amber Goins. Melissa Kirkpatrick. Jeffrey Thornton. Mindy Harris. Marie Carver. Andre Ivanov. Brianna Reimer. Amanda Picklesheimer. Pong Pan. Kyle Owens. Jeremy Woods. Allison Woods. Amanda Miller. Cody Rice. Elizabeth Stiles. Sarah Godfrey. Kyle Fulbright. Jonathan Bessam. Taylor Hammond. Sierra Goins. Amber Hayes. Timothy McKay. Nick Eaton. Okay. Craig Harris. Jonathan Aiken. Hannah Bramlett. Austin Silvers. Corey Rayburn. Harrison Cross. Mikey Murphy. Melissa Jones. Emily Wilson. Cassie Price. Marlon Martinez. Gary Dixon II. Emily Pankey. Sarah Lynch. Karen Ramsey. Shane Frazier. Katrina Kilby. Justin Jones. Benjamin Greason. Dustin Perryan. Anthony Caccini. Christopher Tittle. Jonathan Jackson. Micah Church. Elaine Green. Sean Greenway. Megan Guerin. Candy Thompson. Frankie Dunbar. Candace Slack. Jennifer Boyd. I should know that, so I forgot. Sarah Fridley. This is Alloway. Christy Alloway. Ashley Falls. Clay Goins. Sharon Smith. Derek Fenton. Shara Anderson. Francis Robinson. Jeremy Kansler. David Forshee. Nathaniel Carlton. Eric Bird. Olivia Blair. Danielle Seeley. Heather Brown. Ashley Elliott. Jennifer Dupree. Bethany Yates. Stephanie Swafford. Tina Bartola. Jessica Smith. Rita Nipper. Randy Burmeister. Timothy Pierce. Yodi Roberge. Brittany Swallows. Juliet Harris. Daniel Perrion. Kyle Loveday. Billy Cabanis. Amy Lowe. Andrea Schatz. Christina Plemons. Karen Maddox. Michelle Lofton. Jennifer Lorenzi. Lindsay Satterfield. Sabrina Harris. Brooke Dodd. Rayana Pohl. Charlene Mason. James Timothy Steve. Misty Gorley. Casey McLaughlin. Jody Mason. Joseph Chase. Ron Tankersley. Tammy Ledford. Patricia Michelle Ward. Rebecca June. Linda Perry. Jonna Anise Edwards. Barrett Schichtel. Brandy Coball. Valerie Goodacre. Angela Jones. Sheena Anderson. Michelle Archuleta. Tanya Ballard. Rebecca Howard. Christine Reimer. Lubov Levkev. Olga Blackwell. Jessica Bishop. Tara Ledford. Sandra Watkins. Sabrina Stover. Sandra Hacker. Stacy McGinnity. Tessie Santiago. Elizabeth Snyder. Amy Steinbecker. Bonnie Phillips. Kelly Ferris. Dana Lawless. Saba Khandra. Karen Gable. Did I read that already? Okay. Amy Bivens. Katrina Abbott. Libby. Okay. Nathaniel Libby. David Choate. Sean Williams. Jacqueline Carver. Andrew Stevenson. Laura Pavlou. Nicole Timmons. Jaime Ortiz. Lindsay Crackle. Jeffrey Mason. Crystal Shelton. Valerie Cunningham. Yeah, that's okay. Lisa Center. Penelope Bennett. Ludmilla Viltso. Thank you. Carla Smith. Jody Givens. Erica McCarty. Jessica Malone. Stephanie Cooper. Maria Cristina Guevara. Tanya Withrow. Kelly Adams. Annalie Neely. Shauna Johnson. Jenny Stevenson. Charlotte Hollinghead. Francis Reagan. Nancy Standridge. Julie Stamey. Rita Gray. Vicki Davis. Laura Lynn Franklin. Sheila Guffey. Trina Frazier. Melissa Vaughn. Nigel Burris. Adoration Croft. Tamsin Breeden. Misty Carter. Adrian Millsaps. April Wilson. Yadira Garcia. Anthony Aiken. Levi Cody. Gloria Dyke. Amanda Gates. Tessery Reichard. Andrea Heron. Cesare Lattimore. Pavel Sipin. Lisa Finkbeiner. Ashley Stoglin. Stacy Honeyman. Brittany Ford. Jessica Scritchfield. Diane Basil. Lavita Mantooth. Chandra Anderson. Paul Vaughn. Amanda Pettit. Holly Ulrich. Kayla Marcel. Kayla Talley. Amber Carney. Christy Payne. Jackie Van Wyck. Jenny Kirkpatrick. Terry Cook. Elsa Tipton. Brian Malone. Kimberly Pierce Winters. Kimberly Spence. Rudy Beatty. Anthony Diamato. Barbara Kendall. Josie Brown. Dan Benton. Lester Falls. Jeffrey Higdon. Alan Foster. Sherry Gentry. Odessa Flemister. Valentina Matsevich. Natasha. Natasha Barber. Linda Long. Cindy Campbell. Tammy Upchurch. Nunez. Okay. Linda Nunez. I can do that. Ryan Wooden. That is Stokes, right? Yeah. Okay. Christopher Stokes. Lester Brown. Michael Carney. Wade Carmen. Barbara Stapp. Are you the last one? Annie Major. Just that? Okay. Annie Major. Rachel Otto. Christy Womack. Teresa Cross. Greg Simons. Sandra Green. Elizabeth Swallows. Nikki Rutledge. Barbara Scarpitti. Nancy Jump. Lindsay Hughes. Charmy Patel. Lakeisha Thompson. Doyle Bodenhammer. Jeffrey Smith. Is that it?
Graduates, please stand. Okay. Get ready. Get ready. Let's see how coordinated this group is. You may now move your tassels to the left. You are now officially graduates. Okay, please be seated. This is a rowdy group. The college's literary publication, Frontage Road, showcases student, faculty, and staff creative writing and artwork. This year's distinguished graduate, Landon Sapples, contributed a poem. I'd like to quote from that poem. There is little to worry when the sun shall rise. Neither its rise nor its set should hold dismay. Beginnings mean endings, and endings new beginnings. In each we must walk. We must find our own way. In closing, today, each of you has made an important step in that walk. It will lead some of you to a 4-year degree and others into the workforce. As you continue your life's travels, I encourage each of you to also remember that education is a lifelong process. I wish each of you happiness and prosperity as you pursue your dreams. Now that you are alumni, I hope that you will continue to consider yourself a part of the Cleveland State family, so please do keep in touch. I'll ask everyone to join us for refreshments in the Student Center as we allow the faculty and students to depart the gymnasium. That concludes our official part of the program. Photo time.